weather is shit. Hang on, let me turn the wipers off. You can probably hear that. Sounds like I'm farting repeatedly. There we go. Roads are slushy, icy. First time in months, or near probably a year, that I actually had to do around the speed limit to get to work. The show is dying. Everybody's jumping ship. Millie's looking for work. But the show was the second most watched program on Christmas Day. Consolidated ratings are in. The first most watched program for Christmas Day was Call the Midwife with around 7.66 million viewers. Doctor Who came in with just shy of 7.5, beating The King's Speech, Strictly Come Butt Licking, and all the usual suspects. Literally within 200,000 viewers of being the number one most watched program on Christmas Day. But the show's dying. It's over, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Okay, someone just asked, you think Millie's leaving? We don't know that for a fact. You got to remember. They shot... Oh, God, this is going to be confusing as hell. Series 1 of 2 of Shooty's, first couple seasons, they shot them pretty much back to back. Because he's got stuff he's going to do before they come back and film the third series. So... It could be Millie's just looking for work to do between seasons because they got plenty of time to get back and film the third season with time to spare, so that way they don't got to take a year off. Also, you got to remember, they're only doing 8 episodes a season now. So it doesn't take as long to film or anything like that. So it could be she's just looking for something to do in the interim, but my gut feeling is that she's going to do 2 series and then she's gone. It's a gut feeling, okay? Companions don't hang around forever, so I don't know why these guys started playing For Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica while Screech and the Show's dying. But of course, that's all they're good at. They have to come up with these fantabulous, completely erroneous, taglines. I don't know if we're going to be doing Fallout as a regular thing again. I just felt like doing it because I forgot to tell you all that Saturday was canceled. And I didn't want I figured, that way I'll pop on for a bit. And also, it doesn't matter anyway because, as I predicted in the video, the video didn't get taken down for copyright, but I did get copyright warnings. And sure enough, it was for all 3 things I said it would be for. I got hit for just Walking in the Rain, which is a song that's been out since... I'm literally going to have to look it up because it's ridiculous. And sure enough, I got hit for the 2 segments where the Mandalorian music started playing. So I'm going to have to remember to turn that mod off before I start doing a game if I do that again. Because it's... Oh, well. I think it was the Jawa thing and the Mudhorn attack or something like that was the name of the music. And I'm like, yep, I got to remember to turn that mod off. Okay. Hang on a second. I missed that last comment. That I have not heard anything about a spin-off co-starring David Tennant, so I'd have to look into that. These days, I kind of avoid social media like the plague, because yeah, Millie is a relatively young actor, but she's experienced. She's been in other things before. But as I said before, the show is not dying. I'm not kidding. If half these guys even began, if they didn't know every tip and trick to avoid prosecution and knew that there's so many of them, there's no point in filing. As I said, I die laughing when I get hit with copyright strikes. You got reaction mashup channels where not only are they taking people watching copyrighted material, they're taking the videos of the people watching the copyrighted material and throwing them all together, which is a blatant violation of YouTube policy, but they get to do this all day long because they get lots of views. And that's what you gotta love about YouTube. It's funny how once you get so many subscribers and views on your channel, you can basically do whatever you want. You can swear like a sailor. You can play all the copyright material you want. Some channels, like I said, I die laughing because there's one channel now, they kept getting busted because they were in their 20th reiteration. All they do is they keep changing the name of the channel slightly, misspelling a bit here and there. But yeah, Doctor Who came in number 2 for Christmas Day at less than 200,000 viewers behind Call the Midwife. And it, like I said, it beat out The King's Speech, Strictly Come Butt Licking, and all the usual suspects. Which, like I said, I really wish they hadn't moved Doctor Who off Christmas Day. That was not Chibnall's decision, by the way. That had to be somebody in scheduling thought that was a good idea. Right now, it is just below freezing at 31 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's what the roads were kind of a mess today. I think the roads froze overnight, that it warmed up a bit. It's raining right now, which means the roads are an ice pit covered with slush. But I'm here, I'm safe, and I'm just going to sit back and relax and see how many people call off. But so not freezing, but the only reason is it's just cold enough for water to freeze. Oh, I'm already here. By the time I get out today, they should have all the roads salted, and hopefully this rain will be over, and it'll be a bit warmer out by the time I get out. But it sucks because I'll be here for 9 hours trying to keep my brain active. Well, I can't drink hot chocolate anymore. You got to remember, I got to be very careful with what I eat, drink, and all that. So, hang on. My parking screen was still on. Hang on. There we go. Okay, turn that. All right, that's a little better. Okay, yeah, we were just talking about that Emperor Dalek, how this is the most ridiculous claims they have made yet. The show is dying, but yeah, it's the second most watched program on the day. Because here's the thing. It's the same as betting on a 50-year-old horse to lose. Because the show, in its concurrent iteration, well, it is now retitling again because of the Disney Plus thing, and which to me was a dumb idea, but I can see why they did it, but I don't like it. It has been around since its rebirth, or its continuation in 2005. Nobody sits down and takes that into account. That it's been 18 years since Eccleston and Billy Piper first appeared in the new series on this show, and it's a lot easier to say it's going to croak, it's going to croak, it's going to croak, because they know sooner or later, sometime in the future, they're going to pull the plug on it. But saying they're going to pull the plug on it right now, when the ratings are still pretty damn good. The show's ratings have never really dipped in below what we would call an abyss. What Eccleston's saying, he wants to come. No, Eccleston said he'd come back if they fired like Phil Collinson, Jane Tratner, Julie Gardner, and Russell T. Davies, and I think that was the group. I could have swore there was one more, and I'm just going off the memory box here. But it's not going to happen because they're not going to fire those people off the show, so therefore it's an empty promise. You have to remember, they really, really effed him over bad. They not only, because he refused to come back and do a season 2, and he left quietly at the time, they still turned around and tried to blacklist him and blackball him out of acting. And it's like, guys, it wasn't going to work. The guy was already a movie actor and shit before he even set foot on your show. They tried all the dirty tricks. Well, it was the budget and all that. You've probably listened to his talks on it. He waited a few years before he finally came out and said anything. Because, maybe it was out of decency or it was out of some agreement. But at the same time, what agreement did they honor? They tried to screw him. The war doctor should have been Paul McGann. But, they got John Hurt to fill theater seats. And then create this big mystery, which they know people will tune in for. No, the show, if it was going to be axed, would have been years ago if Chibnall had not stepped up to the plate. And RTD basically has admitted this in interviews, that they were going to mothball the show because nobody wanted to run it. No, I don't think Tennant and the rest ever got as railroaded as bad. It's just Eccleston had some disagreements on the way the show was going, the way it was being run. He goes, and of course he mentions unprofessional conduct on set, but we don't know what that entailed. I don't know. Maybe, maybe Berriman pulled out the hog on him. We don't know. But But also, you got to remember, British actors don't get paid anywhere near what American actors get paid. And it's silly and ridiculous. Well, folks, I just looked at the time and I am running way, way over. So I don't know if John pulled out the hog or not. I'm just saying. I have no idea. I don't think he did. I don't know. I got to get in. I got to get inside. Freedom out, babies.